Hey guys, William Myatt from Jazz Edge. Welcome to session number 2 of my November webinar series. Again, this is absolutely free of charge. Go ahead to pianowithwillie.com/November and sign up for free. This is what we're going to cover today. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to do this bluesy stride. Now, for those of you that might say, hey, that's not advanced enough, don't worry about it. We're going to get into some more advanced stuff, but I'm trying to just kind of guide you into this and not jump into it too much. Now, I'm also going to be jumping around in these webinars, so it's not all going to be beginner stuff or intermediate or advanced. I'm going to try and give a little something for everybody, all right? So, okay, so the first thing we start with here is this basic stride pattern. Now, what you notice here is that I have a sounds like this, but right like this. All right, so in reality, this is what it is. It's triplet, 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 triplet. It's this triplet feel. It's this triplet feel. So it's really like kind of like thinking about like underneath all of these is like this triplet, underlying triplet feel. All right. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so it's an underlying triplet feel underneath all of the quarter notes, okay? So, but obviously, writing it like this starts to get a little bit confusing. Now, there are times that you do want to write it like this, especially if the right hand, you have licks and whatnot that in the right hand are all written out in triplets. And you want to write it like that way things would line up, okay? But if we're just writing something out, writing it like this is a lot easier to read, and a lot of times we would just kind of like put like shuffle feel or something like that, or triplet feel in the beginning of the sheet music, okay? So anyway, so what we have here is we have the root of the chord, and then we go up to the guide tones. The guide tones, so we have the root, okay? And then this is all on a C7 chord here, right? So we have the root, and then we go up to the guide tones, which is the third and the seventh of the chord. Remember, this is a C7 chord, okay? Or you can also do the seventh and the third, but that's a little too low. Here, how that's a little too low. We can do it up there, but you'll see when we get to the F7 chord how we're going to change this around. But just know it's the third and the seventh of the chord, or the seventh and the third. Don't know what C7 is and all of those chords? Take a look at my Piano Essentials program in pianowithwillie.com. Okay, all members get access to that. Right. So we go to root, third and the seventh, and then I hit the root again down to the fifth. Okay. So now you can think of it like this: root, guide tones, fifth, guide tones. And if you really want a big feel, you could do this, but this is a little bit more challenging to play something like that, right? Because you're really moving your hands all over the place. So root up to the guide tones, and then you could bring your second finger right there on the root down to the fifth, and then finish up the guide tones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, and I'm thinking that this right here and this are exactly the same, even though they're written differently, because I would just be thinking of this as a triplet feel, okay? I would just simply write it in the music that it's a triplet feel, okay? And we would be good to go. All right, so now that we have that left hand pattern, okay, and if you want to get all of this sheet music, just make sure that you're opening my emails and that you have signed up at that. If you, for any reason you're coming here and you haven't already signed up for my webinars, just go here, pianowithwillie.com/November, okay? Sign up for that webinar and you're good to go. All right, so, oops, let's do this, that. Okay, so now I'm going to do this little lick over here in this right hand. Now this is really cool because you get these 16th note triplets, right? Let me play it for you. All right, let me get that mark out of the way there so you can see a little bit better. All right, so the first thing we're going to start with is this, okay? This, all right? Now, forget about that grace note for right now. So you see this is the third, this is the fifth, the third, down to the root. 3, 5, 3, root, okay? It's just the major triad, that's it. So just start with that. Forget about the grace note, just start with this. and then come up to the guide tones. So, and it's just the middle finger, the pinky, middle finger, thumb. And then what you do is you really think about getting it down to that thumb, all right? So even if this in here is not all that clear, right? It's really just trying to get down to that thumb. Make sure you don't play with the knuckle of your thumb. Make sure that you're playing with the side of the thumb, okay? This meaty part, all right? Not the knuckle. And you finish it out before you get to the guide tones right there. So it's then guide tones, ba-boom. Now, why is this important? Because guess what? You could take the same pattern, you could do it on any chord. You want to do it on D? Oops. All right, so, and the root, and then down to the fifth. Do I do it on E? Do I do it on F? All right, but now wait a second. Once you get to the F, right, what do you notice? Start to get up here and you start to lose some of the bite of the chord, right? So what we can do is we can now transpose the guide tone. So take a look at what I did here in the guide tone, right? Now if you're wondering about that grace note, don't worry about it. We're going to get to that in just a second, okay? But take a look at what I did to the guide tone on F. I changed it. So instead of playing the third and the seventh, now I'm playing the seventh and the third. Right? So on the F, now you might say, hey, can I play these octaves down here? Can I play fuller chords? Sure. But now, you're not just listening to this to hear me play all of this. You want to learn this kind of stuff. This is where you start, okay? So you're going to make sure that you could do. If you can't do that, right, like just real nice and relaxed and then move to C, right? If you can't move in between those, then you're not going to be able to do all of that other stuff, right? So this is what kind of aggravates me sometimes as a teacher is because, I hear students, they'll complain like, hey, why is it you're not showing me like something more advanced? Well, you got to do this first, okay? So show me you could do that, then we start to do some more advanced stuff. But like I said, don't worry, we are going to get into some more advanced stuff as we go. All right, now the grace notes. All right, let's talk about the grace note. The grace note is... it's just the flatted third up to the natural third. Let's move back to C for a second. Let's do it on the C chord for a minute. Let me fix this. That's fine. We can get it nice and big there. All right, so let's get right on C. Okay, now when you're looking at this, you might notice that, okay, well look, these kind of like don't line up now, do they? You kind of think like, oh, you should play this first and then play. It should be kind of like, kind of like something like that. No. You play them all at the same time. So you hit the E flat and you crush it and you slide it down to the E at the same time, right? So all of this kind of starts to happen all at once. All right. So you play these at the same time, and then that just slides down into the E. Okay. All right, so you have, I'm going to play it slowly so you can hear it, but really, this thing just kind of like moves along pretty quick. And then when we move up to F, right? All right, so anyway, I'm going to be sharing some more tips with you on Monday. There will be nothing going on tomorrow, Friday, because I'm going to be preparing stuff for Monday. And quite frankly, I'm going to be celebrating my birthday over the weekend. So I will not be around on Friday, okay? But I will be back on Monday, raring to go and showing you some more stuff. And we'll probably get into some more advanced stuff as well. Write in the chat during the live session right now, like write in and let me know, like, what do you want to learn, okay? I haven't written all of these yet for November, so it's really up to you. If there's something specific that you would like, go ahead and write in. I'll take a look at the chat, and then maybe I'll do some of that stuff as well. My plan is to probably stick with something else bluesy before then moving into another style like rock. We'll probably get into some rock stuff and then finish up with jazz later on in the month, okay? Like I said, if you are catching this somewhere else, make sure you go back to pianowithwillie.com/November. All right, make sure that you're opening my emails. My email address is wm@jazzedge.com. Open those emails. That's how you're going to get the replays. Are they going to be on a page? Absolutely not. They're going to be sent to you via email and via email only, because all of these webinars are a way of me saying thank you to everybody who opens my emails and has been on my email list and gets the information that I give. Okay, free of charge. Just going to check your email and get all your stuff on the email. Now, if you want to get on my email list, just go to pianowithwillie.com, click on the button on that page. That will get you onto my email list, and then you will be getting into these webinars as well. Okay? So anyway, I will see you on Monday. Keep working on this stuff. Try playing it in other keys. Don't just play it in the key of C and F. See if you can move it into G. See if you could do an entire blues over the key of C. All right? See if you can move it into B flat, E flat. Try that other stuff. All right? So anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Take care and have a great weekend.